Please join me in welcoming Nathan Cho.
Good evening, class of 2014. Congratulations. I'd like to welcome the family, friends, and community members who have joined us today to support us, the graduates. I'd also like to thank all of you for writing parts of this speech. When I was trying to compose this speech, I figured I'd just farm out all of you for ideas. I mean, hey, less work for me. So on my Facebook, I posted a document that anyone could edit anonymously. Some of the content in this speech I did get from that document. But you have to understand there was a lot on there that I couldn't use. No racist jokes, no suggestive body language, even though I wouldn't know how to do that if I wanted to. And I'm not going to say a bunch of curse words. I'm only going to say one. According to Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia, a commencement speech is typically given by a notable figure in the community. Commencement speakers traditionally represent the top of their class and are academic and moral leaders. I'd like to thank all of you for voting in the least qualified candidate on the ballot. Two years ago, I had a 3-day suspension. I mean, last year, I was on homecoming court, and I was so bad that the girl who was my companion for the court just didn't want anything to do with me. Here you can see the whole court lined up with their dates, and there's me with no one. Network Photography decided to rub it in and publish my couple picture. I even slow danced alone. You can see me here, behind the guy who just can't look at his date. And in front of me, you can see my absence of a date. And that's what happened the last time I tried to use suggestive body language. I was so bad that they eliminated the homecoming court in its entirety for this year. Maybe they won't have student commencement speakers next year because of this colossal mistake. So let's all give it up for the superior candidates, Ryan Thomas, Tommy Haymeister, Luke Nelson, and Corey Ergot. It takes courage to leave a legacy, and any one of them would have given a much better speech than I. And it's a good thing that more serious positions of power can't be obtained with a minority of the electorate voting. But since you're stuck with me, let me ask you, what are you leaving behind? These past 4 years have been interesting. I remember my first time coming to this school as part of the 8th grade tours. I was waiting in the hallways after school for my brother to give me a ride home. Everything was busy, but it was orderly. But then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. But seriously, I was in the hallway waiting for my brother. Suddenly, I heard yelling, and a crowd quickly developed right in front of me. I saw a fight. The very first time I came to this school, I saw a fight. Well, I never actually saw the fight. I think it ended quickly and relatively bloodless. But it's interesting how we flock to drama, and these sorts of things become legendary. I remember my freshman year. I was an immature toddler that didn't live up to his potential and never took anything seriously. Sophomore year was the darkest year for me, although that was probably because of the blackout on the first day of school, which, by the way, is depicted behind me. I even remember discussing whether the coolest day of the year in elementary school was when we got to play with the parachute in gym or doing the YMCA dance and cha-cha slide at the roller rink. We've come a long way since then. As the great philosopher Drake once said, started from the bottom, now we're here. But really, this was the first year where I really felt my life begin to take shape. Before now, it was like my life was on tracks, always embracing the nebulous concept of what I should be doing. But now I've been making decisions more important than whether I want pizza rolls or mac and cheese for dinner. I've been making decisions about my future, and those decisions have a clear impact on where I'm going and how I get there. But never did I feel more adult than when I sent a fax to a college. A fax. Seriously, a fax. That's some real grown-up stuff right there. But I was actually really productive this year. Every weekend was busy, whether it be debating, doing applications, or hanging out with my lads. I'd like to think that this time has been invested well to leave a lasting positive impact, a legacy. And it feels good that I'm carving out my own legacy within the great Cho dynasty that has rocked the Neenah Joint School District for the past 30 years. Ever since, my oldest brother, Mikkel, now 28, made waves in the building a decade ago. Some may remember him, but more will remember my sister, Kirsten, who, by the way, has joined us tonight. And even more will remember my other brother, Peter, who has also joined us tonight. We all brought our own brand of mayhem to the school, and I hope that the last of the shows here is going out with a bang. So let's thank our families and our teachers for getting us through this mess of teenage angst. After today, for the vast majority of us, all that will remain from high school is legacy. The relationships we built, the trends we created. This is particularly obvious for the girls. Raise your hand if you like more than 3 of the following things: Nutella, Starbucks, North Face jackets, Ugg boots, and Tangled. Okay, you're all lying. But for everyone, from COD to the comeback, from Frisbee to Flappy Bird, to the frenzy over Frozen, we've all participated in trends. Based on the average lifespan, we've already lived a fifth of our lives. We need to start thinking about legacy. Are you content? Are you happy? Are you satisfied with the aftertaste you are leaving on the collective tongue of the class of 2014? Never settle. Always strive. Cherish every moment, and this is where the curse word comes in, pardon my language. Don't take things so darned seriously all the time. Come on, let's go and play. I never see any of you guys anymore. It's almost as if you've gone away. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. And you should too. Hopefully you caught that was a sophisticated highbrow reference to Pokemon. If you thought that was lame, I've got 2 responses. First, that's ableist. And second, I got that from one of you in the anonymous suggestion document. So blame that person. You know who you are. We're adults. We are independent individuals as of now. We make decisions and choose how to live our lives. I mean, half the fun of life is finding yourself and determining your own goals. So go out into the world and live life. Well, I mean, not now, finish graduation, and I guess go to school tomorrow if you need to make up tests. But after that, then we'll embark on our journey to find ourselves. Follow trends, but more importantly, leave a legacy. You must be drowning in how deep this speech is. Speaking of trends, selfie was Oxford Dictionary's word of 2013. World leaders and astronauts alike have taken selfies, and many theorize why the selfie has become such a phenomenon. Selfies help us establish our legacies with people and places, not unlike a dog marking its territory. They show us living life with the ones we love and doing the things we love. These past 4 years at Neenah High School have marked their territory on us permanently, whether it be good or bad. The friends, the bullies, the trials, the tribulations, those are part of our identity now. And I would like to take my very first selfie with all of you before me now. One last hurrah, one last commemoration of our time here. No one blink. Go out there and carve your own legacy. But first, I need to do something. By the power invested in me, this graduation ceremony is hereby commenced!